Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we're working on a Troy-built TB46 rider. They brought it in, and the belt got fried. Like one of the pulleys or one of the idler pulleys or something is stuck, or it just totally burnt the belt in half. So we'll figure that out. See if we can't get this fixed. So hope you enjoy the video. There's the belt. See how it got burnt. So we got to figure out what caused that. Okay, we're gonna lift up the seat. I'm gonna get the model number and all that stuff so we can look up to get the right belt. On this one here, the tag numbers right here. Sometimes they're down here by the battery, but make sure you get the model number. It's a 13A879KT066, and make sure you get the date of birth or date of manufacture, because different years newer, they probably changed stuff than the older ones. So make sure you get the date of manufacture on there. This one was January 20th of 2016. So we get that information first, and we'll run over to the computer and look this up so we can get the right belt. Okay, turn the computer on here. And I like going to parts tree. Then they have all these main brands here. We'll go over here to Troy-Bilt, and we'll look for Troy-Bilt lawn and garden tractors. We'll click that. Here's all the ones they have here. So we scroll down until we find the right model number. It's a 13A879. A lot of different model numbers they have here. Okay, I found it here. It's a TB46 13A879KT066 2016. So click on that, and we'll go to the deck. And there's the belt right there. Okay, there's a deck belt number 52. We'll write that number down here. 954-04219. I'm gonna go see if I have one. But that's how I look up parts. Kind of a cool website. Partstree.com, and they have all the major brands of lawnmowers. Well, let's jack it up and see what caused that belt to melt. Looks like everything's spinning down here. I don't see nothing froze up. Yeah, the problem's right here. A bunch of debris on the side of the deck. The blade won't turn. I'll grab a screwdriver here. That's what happened. I probably mowed last summer till fall, and they quit and had some grass build up in here. See? Big old chunk. It's one thing people should do is clean out their decks every now and then. It spins now. I told them it could be like a idler pulley froze or a blade spindle froze, but it's in good shape. These definitely need sharpened, so I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen them. Yeah, I'm sure that's what caused it. And I see on these decks, they got that spigot where you can put your water hose on it and clean the deck. This thing definitely needs cleaned out. There we go. Now we're back in business. Look at all that stuff came out of there. Dirt, grass. We're going to put a new belt on there. Definitely going to take them blades off and sharpen them because they're really, really dull. Then I noticed when they brought it in here, the front of the deck was sagging, so we're going to have to tighten this bolt on the front of this deck here. Raise the front of the deck up about like a 1/4 inch or so. With this bar up here, there's like a little adjustment right here. When the front of the deck starts sagging or something, you just tighten this little nut up here just a little bit. Like one turn will raise this up like a 1/4 inch, and that's all it needs. Put a nice edge on them. When we put these on, always make sure the wings go up in the deck. Make sure the star bolt pattern slides up in there. You don't want to mushroom that out. The wings go up in there. Okay, now I'll grab the belt and we'll start installing the deck belt. Okay, now we're going to put the belt on it, and we got to take these protective covers off the blade quills, and if these ever fall off, you got to replace them or put them back on, because that's what holds the belt on when you disengage the deck. You know, it's like a safety thing too, but you always have to have these on. There's 3 bolts holding. Okay, now we can go ahead and put the belt on. It's gonna be kind of hard to get a camera in there and show you how all this goes on, but I'll kind of put this on paper here. Like this right here, that's your pulley for your motor, and here's your deck. We got the blade pulley there and the blade pulley there, and there's a brake here and here. So when we put this belt on it, like engage your, see, like this end right here, it's engaged. Like engage it, that way I'll take the brakes out the pulley so you can spin them. So if I take this off, you hear the brakes on it. So we'll engage that. Then there's 2 idler pulleys here, and there's a bracket here and a bracket here. The belt comes here and has to go between that bracket and that pulley. Come across that one here. Goes around that one. And goes between that bracket and the pulley and comes back around. That keeps it on the pulley. So don't have your belt on the outside of that bracket, or you'll burn your belt up right away. But that's how we do it on this Troy-Bilt TB46. And the belt for this is a 1/2 inch by 103 and 3/8, I guess, like a kind of like an oddball. Anyways, I got the belt here. If I could find a good place to put the camera where you can kind of see what I'm doing. Right there's the 2 inside pulleys there, and you can see that bracket where, I mean, the belt goes between the pulley and that bracket. Don't have the belt on the outside of it. And once we get the belt on all the pulleys on the deck, then we can disengage the cable, and we can go ahead and put it on the pulley on the motor. And sometimes them brackets are too close to pull, you might have to loosen up your pulley. Okay, now we can disengage. There we go. Now we'll engage it again. So the belt's nice and tight. We can go and put our protective covers back on. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side now. Get this side here bolted up. We'll take it outside and try it out. But you definitely have to have these on, because that's what keeps the belts on the pulleys when you disengage it. And it's a safety feature too. There we go. We'll let it down off the hoist, start up, and see how it works. At the beginning, I showed you how this belt got burnt. I suppose the last of the music last fall had that big old chunk of grass stuck under there. Then when they tried mowing with it this year, the blade wouldn't spin, so it burnt the belt. So it's always good to clean them decks too. Well, there you go. It's a simple fix. You got to make sure your deck's clean and make sure all your blades are spinning and all the outer pulleys are spinning free and everything, and you shouldn't have any trouble with that. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate you watching, and you guys have a good afternoon.